Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Unholy Horde playthrough on the channel. And in the last episode, we dealt with some of our little production issues. We still kind of have a little bit of extra open jobs, more than I would actually like. However, we're doing a lot better than we were. At least everything is mostly having instructions that are in proper date, although there are still a few things like the weapon forge that are having a little bit of issues. I think everything else is mostly fine besides the weapon forge, and of course the stuff that we have snoozed. Now, somebody mentioned in the comments that it was because of prisoners that we were having this issue, and I do think that there is a little bit of an issue when we do have prisoners, but as you can see, we have 12 open jobs right now, even without prisoners, and our amount of peasants has stayed roughly the same. I think we had 60 and we still had 12 open jobs, so I think there is something that is kind of bugging out here. However, either way, it seems like it is something that is going to figure itself out in time, hopefully. There is also a possibility that maybe it has something to do with warehouses, because I notice that there are only people working on it when things are needing to be built as much anyways, so I don't know. It could be any of those things, but either way, we are doing a lot better than we were previously. As you can see, now we have a full 4,000 gold. That is insane, because we attacked some marauders in the last episode that were going over and attacking York, which was absolutely perfect for us. We also got 1,000 gold from, I believe it was Canterbury, for basically taking one of somebody who was breaking their laws or something like that, and they ended up creating a bandit camp, and we took those people out, and Canterbury was happy and sent us money, so that was also good. We were doing pretty substantially well. I think this time we are going to try to be a lot more careful with our money. I mentioned in the last episode that don't be an idiot like me, and even if you are playing as Caden, and even if you think that based on the way the game was in the earlier access periods, do not think that just because you're Caden that you can just survive off of warfare alone necessarily. That is the mistake I made, and I thought that we didn't really need to create our own food and stuff, and that we would just raid it or whatever, but yeah, it has been an issue. It has been an issue. Now, one way we could make a little bit of food is to start raiding Windermere. We could get some meat from them. However, I still want to keep good terms with Norwich, and in fact, the next thing I want to think about, Venice is thinking about uprising against York. I don't know if we can actually join this because we're not neighbors. Apparently we can. Okay. So here's my thought on that. If we go and help them, there is a possibility that York will decide to actually attack us directly. They'll do like a sudden attack potentially. And if they do that, I think we can make it back in time because we have the army movement level 2, and they don't even have the first level, as you can see here. So there's a good chance that our army will move so fast. Let's see, 11, it's about 12 hours, and I think it only takes us like 2 hours to get about the same distance. Maybe more like 4, so it's like half the time. Well, I think it is about half the time, so it's probably more like 6 hours for us to get from here to here. So, let's see. It's about double, about 1.5 times that. So it'd take us probably 8 hours to get over to Venice, I would guess, or something like that, and 8 hours to get back. That is definitely faster than York can make it over to Winchester, so we should be safe to do this, and I think that's what we're going to do. Canute will, let's see, he does need to do his inspections, but we can just move those over to Lana, I suppose. Is she okay at combat? She's not really. Harold's better at that, so I guess we could have him go and do the training ground at least. Let's go ahead and do that now, and we will have Lana take care of everything else that Canute is working on. What else do we have him on? The hall? And we're going to go ahead and help out Venice, because if they can get cut off, then we can try to take Norwich as our own vassal, and York will basically be down to only 4 cities instead of the, what, 7 that they have now. And that would definitely help us to start creating our own little kingdom. Especially because, look at these guys. We have no idea who these guys might be. If they're Varn, then they're probably going to try to take us over. And I would actually prefer to be the head of a kingdom ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and go to Venice. Send aid. And he is, yes, he is looking for medicine. Let's let him do that really quick. And now he wants to go to sleep. He doesn't really need to sleep. He does need food. But he can just eat on the road. We're gonna go ahead and have him go. And we're gonna let this person stay behind, but we're gonna take almost everybody else. We'll keep some. We'll go for 20. We'll go for 20. That's enough for basically everybody to have, well, mostly everybody to have armor. There are also some shields. We'll be facing a lot of armored people probably, so we're gonna bring mostly axes and swords, and we'll bring a few bowmen because we are gonna be on a defense here, assuming they do actually attack us. So let's go ahead and send that. And is there anybody else that we can hire here? It doesn't look like it right now, but look at all these guys. Wow. We don't have that fresh start yet, but it is at 60%. Well, Canute's going to be gone for right now, so it's not going to really do him any good. But that would actually be nice to hire a couple of those people. Okay, and apparently Canute actually achieved his goals and is now enjoying universal recognition and respect. So that is another one of his ambitions done, which is nice to see. Okay, so I was pretty much spot on. It's going to take about 8 hours for us to get between Winchester and Venice here, so hopefully, even if York does decide to attack us, we should be perfectly fine to actually make it back home. Okay, now it looks like our trade agreement here with Norwich has expired, and I'm kind of not sure if I want to start a new one because we may end up deciding to actually force them to become our vassal, and that would probably cause this trade agreement to end up getting canceled temporarily because of the poor relations and everything. But it might still be worth it. We would need to give them some kind of an offering right now, though. Or just, I don't really want to do a peace treaty because of the 10-day timer there. I don't know any other way either. Yeah, I don't think there's really any way we can increase our relation to actually be able to start a trade route again with them, so that's an issue. We're gonna have to figure that out. We may just have to start buying it from the trader. That's gonna at least be 2. It's probably gonna be more like 3 each. Now I figure while we're on the way anyways over to Venice, we may as well just attack this camp of forest bandits. There's really no point to keep waiting for it to gain numbers. There's one over here that's 4. I may just take that out though on the way home from Venice. And I don't think there's anything else. No, there's no other ones. Let's go ahead, and I want to auto it, but just in case, we'll just go ahead and run on in. And hopefully they don't have a bowman. They do have a bowman. That may cause us to take a death here. Let's hope not. Come on, guys, get over there. I think somebody did. I think somebody actually took a big shot there. Come on, nobody die. Hopefully nobody even got a serious wound there. Oh, I should have checked him. I could have checked him. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't cause them to die. Okay, so since we're in a bit of a bad place right now for rye, we need to actually go ahead and dismiss the beer production for the moment, and we'll just have to hope we can make moonshine. We have 100 beer, so we should be okay for a very short amount of time. However, it's not going to last, and what we may need to do is bump up our flavorful ale production again, and we'll probably just end up selling these to buy more rye, and hopefully this will help. As you can see, it looks like more swords are being made than axes, so it does seem that there is kind of a favoring. Well, actually, no, it seems to be about half and half according to the actual weapon forge, though. Now, we did the quest assistance, and we've gotten a plus 20 to our relation here with Venice, which is quite nice. And we'll just have to see if they are going to actually get away with this. I don't really know yet. It looks like they are getting a little bit of reinforcements from their vassals to go and probably do this attack, but it's not very much. So hopefully this is going to be enough. We only sent about 20 soldiers, so what do they have in total? 30? Yeah, it's really not, it's not looking great. But I guess the bright side is if they decide to attack, we could potentially attack their village directly, or their city directly. We could just do the plundering, and then that would be another 1800 gold. Could be an option. Okay, now I do have to stand corrected because I was looking at this all wrong. We had previously 12 workers needed for open jobs, then we added the 8 prisoners, and then we just added a few more migrants, I think about 4. So that's basically the full 12. I don't know why that's 1. It's probably just not updated yet. So it does seem that I just need to keep a better eye on how many prisoners and such we have. So once we sell these prisoners off, we would actually be needing workers again, so I may try to keep at least some of them. But yeah, that seems to be exactly correct to the commenter who mentioned that yes, it is just because we have been holding on to prisoners a little bit more than we have in previous series, and I guess I wasn't really doing the math on that properly. But here we are now at the trader, and we're going to go ahead and sell our medical sales until it drops down below that 15, and we'll sell a couple more swords. We're only going to sell... we'll sell the 1 extra, I suppose. Yeah, that's still counting as 71 each, so we'll do those daggers, and we'll do... We actually have a nice bit of tools here that I don't think we're going to be able to use this many. I would love to start selling armor as well, but I don't think that's going to be in the cards for a little while. And otherwise, I think we're going to keep everything here. We're going to buy these rings. We're going to start buying rye from here. And we're going to buy, let's see. I think that's pretty much all we really need to buy. We could buy hops as well, but I would prefer not to do that. The shields actually wouldn't be too terrible to get. Intimidation of tramps. Vagabonds intimidated by executioners will be afraid to commit crimes. For 2 days instead of 1. Yeah, I don't think any of this is really too necessary. We may go ahead and just sell off these very, very expensive guys. Just sell off these 3. Or these 5. And we'll keep 3 around so that at least for the most part our rutabaga fields will still have some workers on them. And we'll just sell these guys off in time. Their mood is pretty terrible, though. That's what worries me. Yearning for freedom, yeah. He's also got a disability, so he's probably not going to be as useful for work. We'll keep them for... Hopefully it'll only be another day. But look how much money we have, so... I'm thinking... Let's see, what am I thinking? I'm thinking maybe buy some shields. I mean, I could buy that shield book as well. So we could start to make our own shields. I want to buy the paper workshop, but I don't think that we are going to have the production workforce to be able to do that. That's kind of the main issue, is we need to be able to turn our loyalists into warriors. So we're just going to buy... We're going to buy these. That's almost 1,000. It's already pretty substantial. And we are actually going to buy wood as well. And that should be okay. That should be okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yes, okay. Let's go with that, and then... Is anybody able to... It'll probably be Emma. Although, wow, she is getting crazy old. Is she still doing... She's not even doing her wise conversations. That's supposed to be a continuous thing. But she doesn't like Lana enough anymore. Oh no. Okay, so she needs to spend time then with Lana. Now, on the other hand, we do have a few more loyalists with that 3 combat. And we may even take this one on. So 12. But it's actually 8 because of that decrease that we have. Okay. So a person with 4, basically it seems like they're counting for double. Essentially. Double their combat level and taxes. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. That may make it worth it to start hiring some mercenaries again. But we do want to be careful. I want to try to keep a couple thousand gold on hand just to really be, you know, be safe and everything. We're going to hire this guy then. Now, I just came back to the trader really quick because the one thing I forgot was paper. I want to try to keep up with our paper amounts. not just for trade, but potentially I could use them for gifts as well. And I am thinking about it. I'm thinking about giving them, it would only be 5. Wouldn't be too terrible. And Emma can go ahead and go do that. And then that would get us just about back to fully neutral with them. And Canute could make up that difference once he's able to come back down this way. But I think we're going to do that. Because I would rather have this trade route over I, because we're not getting all that much. We only got 40... Did we even get the full 46? I know we got quite a bit. I thought it was more like 30 or something from the trader. But either way, we can get a decent amount every single day from a trade route. So that'll definitely be a better amount. Let's go ahead. Let's send Emma to do it. Okay, so we didn't actually get any kind of a notification for it, but it does look like they're on their way to attack us with 52 soldiers. That is nuts. That may be impossible for us to actually win. Let's see. So we have 31 to their 52. And their average combat skill is 10. Oh no. Oh, that is not good. That is a very strong army. We may be screwed here. We may have made a very bad decision. Okay, so I have managed to fix Emma and Lana's relationship, so we're going to go ahead and start that wise conversation again. Okay, so it is getting ready to start. I have no idea if we have any real chance here. Yeah, it's very much in their favor. We have an average of 9 combat skill. It's not that terrible. But we're just going to have to see if there is any real chance here. I think our best chance, really... I think our best chance is really just to wait for them to come in and hope we can just pick off a little group at a time. Definitely don't want to take too long here. Go ahead and go after Ostertep. That would actually not be too terrible. Oh no, Canute might die now. I forgot to hit stay in the back on him. Oh, and he's rushing right on in. Ostertep is dead. Okay, that is a start. Let's see, which squad next? Maybe go after this attack. Alright, come on, Canute, at least do something. He's fighting pretty strongly. He's got injuries already, but these are just bruises and minor little problems. Okay, they already took out our entire ally force, it looks like. Let's see what happens. Let's see. I don't think we can win this. I'm gonna be shocked if Canute just managed to survive. Alright, we killed another one of their commanders. Ruler of Canterbury is dead. Wow, okay. I mean, that is something if Canute ends up surviving this and manages to kill several of their commanders. That would be something. But I do not think this is looking too great. I mean, I'm surprised our squad has actually survived this pretty well. But Canute, no! Canute died! Oh no! Oh, that was so bad. Wow, they almost won. They almost won, when you think about it. Those archers are putting in the work. Oh, poor Canute, 65 years old. They may still possibly win this. They are too busy doing other things. It's lagging a little bit as well. There we go. Take the speed down a little bit. Apparently the game doesn't like a fight this big. Why are they just standing there now? Pursuing the enemy. Is it because of this guy who's just running around? Either way, they're glitched out. I don't think they can win now. I think we won. We lost Canute, but we won. Potentially. I don't know, it's gonna take them a minute, I think. We'll just go ahead and speed it up. Okay, so there it is. We lost Canute. Palinor are no longer bound by mutual obligations. Oh, because the Canterbury, yeah, because they died. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, they lost 46 people. They lost so many. I mean, we lost basically our entire army as well. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, well, I think that's probably where we're gonna have to call it. I did not expect anything like that, so it looks like we are now moving on to Harold as our ruler, and York is ripe for the taking now. I mean, at the end of the day, the main issue now is London. Yes, everybody else is pretty weak. Norwich, I think we could probably force them to become our vassal now. Um, so yeah, I think that is where we were gonna call it. So as always, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.